Hi, it's Robin Bauer with Real Estate Agency, and we, as always, love to provide lots of services here. And today we're going to give an education moment to our clients and future clients. So, our special guest today is Jeannie Vester at Old National, and we are going to talk about something that you may or may not have heard of. So a lot of times we keep hearing in today's market, buy the house, date the rate, refi. Well, there's also something that you may not have heard of, which is called a recast. And what is a recast? Well, Jeannie is here today to talk about what that is for sellers. So Jeannie, take it away.
Okay, so a recast is a really great option that we offer at Old National. So let's say that you have a house you want to purchase and you have a house to sell, and you have some good equity in the house, but you don't want to make your offer contingent on the sale of the house. We know that's kind of difficult right now.
Yeah, first rights, it's so hard to get accepted right now.
Yeah. So as long as you qualify with both payments and all of that, you can close your loan. And then after closing, you sell your house. You can take that equity and put that down on your new mortgage that's already in place. With us, it's a free service, at least $10,000. We offer it on any of the products that we keep. So the only products we don't keep are government loans, FHA, VA, USDA, and Indiana housing. So everything else we keep, conventional, professional products, all of those kind of things. This also works on construction loans too. So if they're building at some point and they want to get into the new house and then sell their old house because they want to have a place to live while the new one's being built, they can do that, pay down and recast later on. So a few things with that. Again, it's a free service. Some stipulations, we'd like it to be at least $10,000 because if it's less than that, it's not really worth it. And it's just a modification to your mortgage. So we do a modification document. It doesn't change your interest rate. It does not change your maturity date. But what it's doing is lowering your monthly payment over that remaining term that's left and that new lower principal balance. So we're shrinking that payment. We're kind of getting you back to where you wanted to be if the sale of your house and the purchase of the new one lined up and you had that money to put down originally. We do require that you do that at least, you can only do it once every 12 months. Okay. So let's say you buy the new house, you've sold the old house, and you have this money now, and let's say you do that in October. So then that's when your 12 months would start. So you could do it again the following October again.
Okay.
Again, at least $10,000. There is no time period as far as when you can do it. So if you don't sell your house for a year and a half, you can do it then, and that's when your 12 months would start after that if you wanted to do it again. But for us, free service, there is no limit on the number of times you can do it. Just the $10,000 minimum. You can make principal payments at any time on the loan of any amount, but to have us do that recast modification, that's when. And always ask me and let me know that you're doing that, because I always like to double check, make sure everything, that principal payment you made posted correctly. And I like to have the documents and control that and make sure that all of that gets processed correctly.
Awesome. So there's no extra closing cost then.
No.
So basically, so I have a client right now that's actually thinking about doing this. So they have a house that they would like to sell. On paper, they can qualify to purchase a new home and technically not have to sell their old home.
Okay.
But financially, for them, they don't want to do that because it's very scary. So what we're doing is looking for a new house, going to write an offer once we find the right home, write an offer on that home, and then get through the inspection, get through the appraisal part. And then after the appraisal part, then potentially list their home.
Okay.
And then once they close on their new home, they'll have that, month after they close on their new home where they won't have a payment on their new home.
Right.
And then they'll have, the next month they'll start their new payment. Then once they close on their old home, then they'll take that equity and then throw it into the new home, which would then in turn lower their payment to where they really want it to be.
Right.
It won't have that extra closing cost.
Right.
They'll just have that original when they closed on their new home, that down payment. Obviously, that they're doing a conventional with 5% down, so you could do that. Now, with do you have to do a conventional loan when you do a recast? Or can you do an FHA loan or any kind of loan if you're going to do a recast?
So for a recast, since we sell the FHA, VA, USDA, we don't have control over that once it's sold. So each lender has their own rules on what recast is. It's not actually written into any documents or anything. So just for us, and again, it's really not written anywhere. It's just what our policy is on that. And each lender is different. Some will allow you to do it, some won't allow you to do it. Some will make you do it within 3 years, has to be a certain amount. Maybe there is a fee. So it would be one of those things where you'd want to check with the lender and see what their actual guidelines are on that. But yeah, it's really a great option if all the numbers work to get you into your new house without having to do that contingent offer.
Right, because it's so hard for people right now that want to move, that have a house to sell, and they want to take that equity and use it towards the new home. But it's so hard to get their offer accepted on a first right contingency when they're in a competitive market.
Correct.
And so this is a way if on paper they financially could do it. It's still scary, but they could do it. If you have a realtor you trust to get your house that you need to put on the market sold in a reasonable amount of time.
Right.
So it is a possibility. So and in my opinion, if you've purchased a home and you own a current home that is, before 2018, you could have a significant amount of equity in the home as long as you haven't refinanced and cash that out.
Right.
Yeah. You could have a significant amount of equity in your home. And again, we do market analysis for you at the real estate agency. We do not charge to do a market analysis for you to help you determine how much equity you do have in your current home. So if you're interested in knowing more, please feel free to reach out to me to find out how much equity you do have in your home. And reach out to Jeannie. Jeannie, what's your contact information?
You can reach me on my cell by text or phone call 765-491-5761.
Awesome. And again, my contact information is 765-337-3960. And thank you so much, Jeannie, for joining us. And hope you've enjoyed this education moment. Reach out to us anytime. Have a great day, guys.